I'm stepping out of my comfort zone today and doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reviewing an e-bike from EuyBikes. I normally do body sculpting and body contouring on my channel and review body sculpting machines, and that is in my wheelhouse. But today I'm doing something completely different. I'm going to be reviewing the F8 electric bike from EuyBikes. Full disclosure, they sent me the bike and asked me to review it, but I did purchase the rack that hauls the bike, and I did purchase the helmet. The rack on Amazon, and I purchased the helmet on Amazon as well. You can also purchase these bikes on Amazon, and I will have links to everything as well as coupon codes in the description box below. Why would I even consider reviewing an e-bike? My husband and I have thought about purchasing an e-bike for some time now. If you know my story, you know that I have rheumatoid arthritis and I suffer with mobility issues. My husband and I rode bikes for years and years. Every weekend, I had a really nice 10-speed. He has a really nice 10-speed. I also have a Nordic Track stationary bike. I'm able to still ride my stationary bike, but I'm not able to ride my 10-speed anymore. The reason I'm not is because the bar in the middle, it's not a step-through bike. It has a bar in the middle. And because it sits so high and my rheumatoid arthritis centers in my hips, I'm not able to pedal it and keep it steady. So I haven't been able to ride my 10-speed for a few years now. So when EuyBikes reached out with a brand new model that's a step-through model, I was really excited to try it because I thought, finally, I'll be able to ride again. So my husband's going to test it out first because, like I said, I have mobility issues with my rheumatoid arthritis. So I want to make sure that I'm even able to ride this bike. I am very hopeful. So he's going to test it out first, and then I'm going to try and ride it. But before I do that, I want to go through all the functions. It has some really nice features on this bike. So first of all, I was really impressed by the way that it was packaged. Because they sent it out and I live in a remote location, a lot of times when I get deliveries, they don't come all in one piece. So the way they packaged this bike for shipping, I was really impressed. Before I go through all the specs of the bike and show you the details on the bike, I wanted to show you the tools that they give you to assemble it. They give you a wrench, and then they give you this really cool Allen wrench that has all of these different features that fit every part of the bike that you need. So you don't need any extra tools to assemble the bike. This wrench comes with all kinds of different features. It also has little sockets in it so that you can put the bike together. So I thought that was really good. And this is actually a really nice tool. It's not some cheap little tool. The battery charger for the battery. And from what I understand, and I don't know a lot about e-bikes, I'm just learning. Like I said, this is my first e-bike, is that this battery is bigger than most e-bike batteries. And so this is the charger that charges the battery. It came fully charged and it has held a full charge for a month. So let's go through all the really cool features of this bike and I'll show you what it looks like. It's so cute. This bike is so cute and I just can't wait to try it. So this is the power where you would power the bike on and off. And it has an indicator here that shows you how full the battery is or whether it needs to be charged. Then this area here is where you would charge your battery. Here. It comes with Logan 8mm disc brakes on the front and the back, and Shimano gears. You can change the gears here or here. The horn is here, and then the throttle here, as well as the brakes. This is the keypad that's going to control all the functions on your screen. So in order to turn the screen on, you just press and hold the center M button, and it powers it up. And it automatically defaults to the factory settings that were set from EuyBikes. So you can see that the battery is fully charged. It came that way and it's been sitting for like a month and it's still fully charged. I really like that. The pedal assist is defaulted to 1, and then it has 2 miles on it. So in order to change the pedal assist just from this screen, you can do that by pushing the down arrow, and that changed it to 0. So this completely took off the throttle. It's only a pedal bike now. So if you wanted if you didn't want to use the motorized part of the bike, you could change that to 0, and it's a complete pedal bike. So in order to turn the pedal assist back on, you can just turn this up, and it goes up to 3 on this screen. So I'm going to turn it off for right now. And then to get into the next mode, to change the different functions, you're going to press and hold the up and down for 3 seconds, and then it takes you to P01. P01 is the brightness of the backlight. So if you hit the M key again, it takes you to the next mode. So P2 would be the mileage unit. So that would be the odometer here. And you can see that it reverts back to the main screen after about 15 seconds. P3 is the voltage class of the battery. P4 is auto off times. So this is your pedal assist mode, and you can change this from 1 to 5 in your pedal assist. P6 is the wheel size. 7 would be the motor magnets for a speed test 1 through 100. 8 is the unit range. 9 is the direct start. So 0 would be start, and then 1 would be to kickstart. 10 is drive mode setting. 0 is pedal assist. And then you can change it to 1 would be the electric drive setting, and 2 would be pedal assist and drive setting. 11 is pedal sensitivity. You can change that from 1 to 24. 12 is pedal assist starting intensity, and that goes from 0 to 5. 13 is magnets number in pedal assist sensor, OD clearance, and such as that. It has other modes that are unspecific. You press the up key for 3 seconds. So it just showed it came on. So it has a pretty bright light. Then to turn it off, the same thing. You press the up key for 3 seconds, and it turns the headlight off. You have to be really careful with this bike. When you're setting the functions on the screen and you're holding down the up down key, because it goes into walk assist, if you just hold down the bottom arrow, the bike can actually take off on you. And it did that with me a few times because I didn't have both keys pressed at the same time. That is a safety issue. I didn't really like that. Another thing that I'm not loving is that the back seat is what I can gather is for a child, and there's no guards for their legs or their feet not to go into the back tire. So if anybody's riding on the back seat, there's no guards to protect their legs. And for a child, I have some concerns with that. So today we're going to take it out and give it a test drive. My husband's going to do it first because, like I said, I have mobility issues and I want to make sure that I'm even able to ride it. So he's going to do the test drive first, and then I'll attempt to get on it. Before we even load the bike onto the carrier, we want to adjust the seat and make sure it's the right height for me. And it's easily done with this lever. This is the bike rack that we chose. We purchased it on Amazon so that we could put 2 bikes on it. It easily loaded and unloaded, and my husband took it for a test drive to test the bike out before I tried it, just to make sure that I would be able to ride it. I'm glad it's a step-through bike. I would not be able to get on it if it was not a step-through bike. I still had a little bit of difficulty getting on it, but once I got my leg through, I was fine. I was able to get on it. The seat was adjusted perfectly for me. And when I got ready to ride it, the kickstart function really helped me out a lot. So otherwise, I don't think I would have been able to get it going. But the kickstart kicked in just at the moment right here, and I was able to start riding it. So that helped me get going on my ride. Then here I switched it to pedal only on the gear 4, and it was really easy for me to pedal. Then I switched it over to pedal assist, and that's what really made me love this bike is the pedal assist. I don't think I would be able to ride this bike for very long if it didn't have the pedal assist. So that sold me on the bike, the pedal assist and the kickstart function. So you can see here, I'm kind of having a hard time. And then the kickstart function kicks in and I'm able to ride it. So I just got back from my ride and I have to tell you, I just really enjoyed it. I took it out on a opened parking lot so that I could be sure to be safe because I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room to move around. I didn't want to have to stop short and turn quickly. I just wanted to really get a feel for the bike. And I had a lot of fun. A couple of things that really stood out to me that I liked a lot was the kickstart function. So when I got on the bike, I said earlier I have mobility issues. So starting out pedaling is really kind of difficult for me because my arthritis is really in my hips. So the kickstart function really helped me a lot. It got me going and I was able to pedal. I did use it on pedal assist, which I absolutely loved. And I was scared of it at first. Before actually trying the bike, the pedal assist kind of intimidated me a little bit. But now that I've used it, I really enjoy it. And you can change the levels on the pedal assist. It goes from 1 to 5. So you can change the intensity. When you're riding the bike, you can change the PAS. That is where you just pedal only, pedal assist, or throttle. But what I had an issue with is my screen wouldn't stay on long enough for me to be able to do that. So I wasn't able to change that function while I was riding it. So that was a little bit of an issue. The other issue that I have seen with it, besides the walk assist and the safety issue for the back seat, was that you really need to be able to go through the functions on the keypad. But there's so many functions, and to do that, you're going to have to memorize it or make yourself a cheat sheet because it's really not, it's not plug and play. It's not something that you can just do automatically or touch a button and change it. You have to go through the functions. So I kind of have a little bit of an issue with that. It's a little bit complicated. And so for me, in order to actually learn the functions, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on it to learn the functions. Otherwise, I'm just going to need a cheat sheet. But other than that, I had a really great time on it. I think it's a really fun bike, and I look forward to using it more often. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.